Hello everybody, welcome back. If you are a new viewer to the channel, maybe consider subscribing. I'm just going to get all the shit out of the way at the start. Just consider subscribing because I've got a John Wick parody coming out in probably next week, so yeah, keep an eye out. And if you're one of my lovely, loyal, returning viewers, hi, thank you for coming back. Hope you enjoyed the vlog. Jahan Week, the film I've been working on for 3 months, coming out next week. Let's go. So, the mentality of an indie filmmaker. I wanted to do this because I had a list of videos that I wanted to make, like extra videos that aren't weekly vlogs, behind the scenes or films, just to sort of bulk out the channel a bit. And this one I feel like will be quite important for a very niche specific group of people, but it will be very important to that group of people. So this is for the people that have already made films and are considering to continue in a bit more of a professional manner, or considering to sort of make that jump and go to indie filmmaking full time, stuff like that. It's for those that have dipped their toes in the water but don't quite know if they're ready to continue yet, and it's all about the mental side of it and less about the physical side of it. So just keep that in mind, as it said in the title, so I shouldn't really have to explain that. So I've got a few different sections in the video, and each one has 3 what I consider to be main points to be considered, and then at the end I've got some advice. So we'll start off with the basic of what it takes, because if you're here looking for the whole what mentality do I need, what do I do, you got to go through what it takes. And the 3 sort of main points I've got, the first one is self-belief. This is the main point of just the entire video, really, is you are going to get fucking nowhere without self-belief. And pardon my French, been effing and jeffing all night already, like bloody hell, let's calm it down. You need that self-belief, because it's just, you're going to struggle without it, and we'll get deeper into that later on with some of the other points I'm making. But if you don't believe in yourself, then you're really going to struggle, because no one else is going to believe in you. That is a fact. You're going to have issues from your parents, the rest of your family, your friends, anyone you want to work with, because you're coming up with new ideas as an indie filmmaker. You've got to do new things all the time, and everyone is going to look at you and go, this is new, this is weird, why are you doing it, you're a bit crazy. And that's where you need that self-belief to kick in and go, I know it will work, I trust myself, we're going to do it. And then you do it, and it turns out to be shit. or work, either way. But we'll get onto that later. So, step 1, self-belief. That is the key. Crack down on that before anything else. Next, passion over profit. Big point here. This one really annoys me and a few people I've talked to in the industry, where unfortunately we've met other people who are here to make films for the money and not for the love of making the films, for the love of the game, and it sucks. It is really bad. I mean, we can start with a simple story of Jahan Week coming out soon, guys. I was looking for a composer, now a second year uni student, and you know what it's like at uni, broke as fuck. Sorry, again, broke as hell. And I was looking for this composer, and I messaged about 5 different people, and they all said, no, not unless you pay me, bloody blah, we want money, yada yada yada. And you know, the music and the film industry go together hand in hand. You shouldn't be in the music industry if all you want is money, just like you shouldn't be in the film industry if all you want is money. And I get that it takes hours of work and all that, but Jahan Week has had 3 months of my life. I was asking for 2 weeks of theirs for some music. So I went through these 6 people all asking for like £100+ budgets for their music just to score a 12-13 minute film, and it was just fucking ridiculous. So I spoke to one of my classmates, got a few suggestions, more of them wanted money, and then this one guy came in and said, yep, I'll do it, and that was fucking amazing. That guy, now, after he's done that, we had a bit of a chat, me telling him how good his work is, because it's fucking amazing. I keep going on, I give up. And him telling me, like, yep, it was good working with you. Is there any chance you can get me on a film set, because I want to try? And this guy did free music for me. Who am I to say no to him coming on a film set? Of course I'm going to let him on a film set. So, of course, straight away I said, yep, you're welcome to join us on a film set. As soon as I'm filming something back down at uni, he is going to be there. And in return, I also said, like, he makes his own music, obviously, that's what he does. If he ever wants a music video, he can come to me, it's done for free. And, you know, that's going to be a lot of work on my end, but I'm in it for free because I'm in it for the game. He did the music for free, I'm going to do the videos for free. And that's what it should be at this point, especially where I am now making fuck all off YouTube. One film that's been sent off to a festival, you know, no one knows me at the minute, just I think it's 29 subscribers as of right now on YouTube. No one knows who I am, so I'm not doing it for the money, I'm here for the fun, and I'm not complaining about that. You know, you should be here to enjoy it, like I said, for the love of the game. And if you're not, if you want money, go do something else, go, I don't know, start an OnlyFans, even though I'm pretty sure that's not even that profitable anymore, considering how many people do it. So just, you're not for us. Don't come into our hobby thinking you're going to get rich quick or some shit like that. We don't want you. Piss off. Go away. But if you're comfortable working for free, learning, experience, helping people who will help you in the future, you know, making those contacts, building those bridges, then come on in, come and join us, you know. And I just want to disclose, I don't speak for everyone in the film community. This is just all my opinion and everything I've learned over the last sort of year and a half. And that goes for everything I say in the video, not just this, but I know quite a few people that would agree with me. Again, not to say that I speak on behalf of everyone, but still, just if you come in my way and you're looking for work, I'm not paying you at this stage. Piss off. Come back with, oh, I'd love to help you write and learn from you, and then yeah, I'll teach you, and maybe you'll teach me some shit as well, because let's be honest, I don't know it all. It's going to be clear when you watch Jahan Week. If you go watch all my old films, it's clear that I really don't know it all. And the last one is the DIY spirit. You gotta have that craving for problem solving, the enjoyment of something going wrong and you needing to fix it quickly and cleverly. And when I say cleverly, it can be a dumb solution, but a dumb solution is a clever one if it works. For example, there was a scene we were filming in Jahan Week, and I'll go all over this when the film's out, but we needed more lighting, and all we had is 2 little lights, one of these and another one that's lighting my face at the minute, one of these, and it wasn't enough. So what did we do? In my garage was all my uni stuff. I got my Cal Kestis lightsaber. So we had my lightsaber, boom, 3 lights, 1 massive bar light. Great, but where's the lightsaber going to go? It's not exactly easy to stand up and all that. Rhett chimes in with, he's got these Velcro straps that hold up his green screen and he keeps them in the boot of his car. So bam, Velcro straps on the top of the garage, like the thing that holds the door up, holding up the lightsaber. We've got a bar light across the top of the frame, lighting us up. Now, inherently, that is a dumb looking setup using a £300 lightsaber and 2 Velcro straps to light a scene. Is dumb, it is ridiculous, but inherently it is smart because that's what we had. You know, it's the only equipment we had and we made it work. And you've got to really love doing that, figuring that shit out. And sometimes it will go wrong. Sometimes it will work out. For example, on One Bad Day, we were working out how to light this one scene in the bedroom, and we were trying to tape this light to a curtain rail, and it just kept going wrong and wrong and wrong. And we were doing this for about 30 minutes, and it was just awful. And then we figured out something else, and it worked fine. The shot looked great. So, you know, sometimes it will go wrong, but you've got to just work around it, push through it. This is all about that. You don't need the creativity just in the story and in the cinematography and the lighting and the editing and blah 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 blah. You don't just need the film creativity. You need, I wouldn't say street smarts, but a basic level of problem solving and a fundamental enjoyment of it. Because if you can't do that and you can't enjoy that, then you're going to really have a bad time on set and making films, because there are lots of problems every day on set. There will be at least one issue, and that's on a good day. Every single day, no matter how much you plan, there will always be one issue. And depending on how good you are at coming up with a problem like that and solving it, no matter how stupid the solution is, if you get a little bit of a kick out of that, enjoy it, then you're fine. If you struggle with, oh no, something's gone wrong, I'm going to give up, I'm panicking, oh God, then, you know, this isn't the place for you. Or, well, no, that's not the right thing. Not this isn't the place for you. That's something you need to learn, okay? Because it is learnable, you know. I wasn't born a problem solver like that. It's something you can learn quite easily. It's just that improvisation skill that you can pick up. So please learn that if you don't know that, because that is, again, one of the fundamentals of filmmaking. So there's section 1. Moving on. Section 2, emotional roller coaster. So, indie filmmaking as a whole is one big emotional roller coaster. And I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, I was scared shitless of roller coasters. Didn't enjoy theme parks that much, you know. It's just big metal death traps, especially the upside down ones, you know. I don't know how that is as an adult. I think I'm a bit more of a thrill seeker now, so I'd go and try it out if ever I got the chance to go to a theme park. But as a kid, not a fan of roller coasters. There's a little anecdote for you. Anyway, the first emotional roller coaster, lots and lots of self-doubt. It is incredibly taxing and crazy. It just sucks. There's so much on set, especially. Like, the writing isn't too bad because you can always go back and change that before you start filming. But let me just check. I'm filming now, actually. There you go. There is literally an example of self-doubt, is me checking whether I press the record button down enough for it to be working. And that is just so funny that example popped up. Like, I didn't script that or anything, not even joking, but that is self-doubt. And on set there's a lot of that, because you've written it now, it's time to put it into picture format, and that's where you start thinking, is this right? Is this going to work out how I pictured it? Is this going to be as good as I see it? You know, there's a lot of that. And then you go to the editing, where you think, oh, it's not quite coming together how I imagined, or it's a bit longer than I thought it was, and I don't know how I feel about it. There's just so much to doubt, because as an indie filmmaker, you're doing so much on a film, from writing to directing to providing equipment to making sure all your settings are right on your camera and your audio equipment, to editing the sound, to the colour grade, to the music even. There's just so many variables to doubt that makes it such an issue, especially at my stage. You know, if I was just directing and I didn't have to worry about the writing or the editing or bringing any equipment along other than my director's bag, video about what's in that coming soon, it would be a lot easier. It would be a lot better, a lot safer. Well, safer, I don't know, mentally safer, I guess. But there would be a lot less doubt because all I have to worry about is that one job. Whereas at our stage, yeah, you, me, at our stage, there's a lot of variables to consider. Then, sticking on the theme of doubt for the second one, is the doubt of others. Now this is arguably even more taxing because a lot of people can push through the self-doubt and just keep going with it, but the doubt of others, that kind of sucks because, as I said earlier, it's the doubt of your friends and your family and the people closest to you that just sort of think you're a madman, and that's just mental to me. It really fucked me up. I'm going to keep talking about Jahan Week just to sort of... It's the most recent project. It's my biggest. I put the most effort into it. So I feel like the anecdotes from that would really work for this. So the doubt of others I had most recently was when I wrote the script, I intended it to have 3 more actors in it. And we had a WhatsApp group chat with these 3 other actors and everyone else in the production, and I kept feeding them all information about when to be there, when to turn up, everything. And these 3 actors didn't turn up. They didn't turn up on day 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. On the night that I specifically said, even though they hadn't turned up to any of the previous days, I still told them on the last day, I need you there. I need as many people as we can get. Bring your friends, bring your family. I need everyone there. This message went out to sort of 10 people. The only people that turned up was the main cast and crew. Not these 3 extras that weren't there for the rest of it, you know. They had big roles in this film and they just didn't turn up, so I just had to scrap the whole thing. And that is just because they doubted me, because they didn't think that... I don't know what they thought, to be honest. There's no point trying to explain it, because I didn't know what was running through their head. But I know it was doubt, because if they didn't doubt me, they would have fucking showed up. So, you know, the doubt of others does suck, because, again, on set, I had to rewrite half the story, because the characters that I wanted to develop this story didn't show up. They just didn't turn up, didn't even message in the group chat, no reasonings, no nothing. They just pissed off, and that was it. And that is so frustrating as an indie director, because you work really hard on a script, you work really hard to storyboard it and envision it, and you come up with this massive plan, and then people not turning up to that, having the bloody balls to go, I see the effort you put into it, but I don't trust it, so I'm not turning up. That is just mental, and it's hard to push through that. And the last one is regretting choices, which is sort of the self-doubt thing, so I'll keep this one short. You're going to regret choices, you know, you're going to regret camera angles, you're going to regret the location you chose to film something in, you're going to regret your choice of actors. There's just a lot of regret in this, and you have to be okay with that. Unfortunately, it's all a part of life. In life, you have to learn to be okay with regretting choices, and it's the same in film, except there's just a lot more of it. You have to be able to cope with a lot more of this regret. So that's sort of the lows of the emotional roller coaster, which will take us on to section 4. No, section 3. So, section 3, the struggles you must accept. So, the first struggle, the biggest struggle, is your budget restrictions and the financial stress. And that isn't just in filmmaking. As an indie director, the financial stress isn't just in your films, it's in your life. Throughout the whole year of uni, I was really worried about, you know, what I was going to do for food sometimes, because of just how little money I had from investing into films and YouTube and buying props and gear and all that. It was, yes, could I have been a bit smarter with the gear I bought? Yes. But also, if you want to make good films, you've got to put a bit of budget in there for costumes and stuff. So there is a lot of financial stress in your life, and it's hard, which is why a lot of people have like a normal 9 to 5 on the side, and I'm trying to accomplish a part-time job and uni and this. I'm trying. It's hard to get a job these days. It's fucked. Just want to say I've applied to over 100 jobs and had one interview in the last year. So yeah, it's mental, it's crazy, whatever. We move, we figure things out. There's just so many things with budget restrictions that you got to cope with. Money's hard, but if you've got some friends and family that will support you, it makes it a bit easier, which is nice. Next, you've got the lack of support, which we've sort of covered a few times now, with like the doubt. People that don't believe in you won't support you. That is just a fact. Unless you've known them for a long time anyway. You know, if I go up to some random classmate at uni and say, I've got this really cool film idea, it's crazy, and we need to go to Wales, as an example, and they don't know what I've done, what I'm capable of, they're not going to come along with me, are they? They're not. So there is a lot of that as well. You really need to make a name for yourself here before people start trusting you and helping you. And that takes me to the biggest struggle for some people. I've learnt how to cope with this one, and now I find it quite easy. But I know for a lot of people, mainly Rhett, struggles with this one. It's hard, and I sympathise with that. And that is the fact that this is all about learning by doing and failing. That is the little catch at the end. Learning by doing. Oh, exciting, you get to do stuff and learn, and failing. There is a lot of fucking up. A lot of shit happens. A lot of shit goes wrong. But you learn from that, and you become better from that. And that is sort of one of the biggest things, really, is you've got to be comfortable fucking up, making mistakes. You've got to be brave enough to say, yes, I made a bad decision here, I'm sorry, but how can we fix it? And if you've got that mentality of putting your hands up when something's gone wrong and saying, I fucked up, but how can we fix it? And then taking that on board and learning it for every other film you make, then that is really going to help you along in the future. But it is scary. There are so many leaps of faith, so many difficult choices that you have to make, and there will be mistakes. It's inevitable. But coming to terms with that really isn't easy. So, now it takes us on to section 4. One of the happy sections for once, because it's been a lot of doom and gloom. So let's brighten it up. Why is it all worth it? That is quite a big question. This will really help you if you're considering, or maybe not, but I hope it does. Why is it all worth it? Number 1, because it's fun. It really is. It's fucking fun. It's fun to make films, it's fun to write films, it's fun to be on a film set, it's fun to have your, well, I won't say that one because it's another point, but it's just fun. It's such a good time solving these issues, making new friends, filming films, writing stories. It's all such a laugh. You can't take it seriously or you're going to be miserable. You've just got to have fun with it, and it is fun. It really can be fun if you're with the right people and you're doing the right thing, you know. It really can be fun, and that is one of my biggest motivations, is just how much fun I'm having in life because of just filmmaking in general. So yeah, it's fun. Number 2, you're creating your own path here. Now that, again, has its negatives of no one's done it before properly, other than, I'd say, Joel Haver has pretty successfully come out with it. But other than that, not many people have sort of created their own path, gone their own way fully with indie filmmaking, and made a living off it. I couldn't name any others because I don't tend to watch too many indie films. I do watch some, don't get me wrong, but I don't tend to watch many, and that is probably meaning I'm part of the problem with why indie films aren't doing as well. But I'm getting there. I'm trying to be better, and that's what's important. So there is the struggle of no one knows how to fix this path, how to help you. You are on your own. But it's also fun because once you start getting past everyone being disappointed in you, you start having fun, seeing the enjoyment out of doing what you want to do, being where you want to be, and just being on your own track. It's great. And the last one, the joy of seeing your vision. There is nothing better than writing something, spending months on pre-production, production, post-production, and then sitting down and watching that final film come across the screen with your credits, with your name on it, after coming up with that idea. There's just nothing better than that feeling, really, I don't think. Because it's your work, that's months of work come across, and now people are watching it. It's just so enjoyable to have that experience of people watching what you've created, and you being able to see these little words on a screen or on a notepad, maybe even, in my case especially, one little thought you had in a shower come to life. One bad day. That film was pretty much the mixture of being told to keep it simple, which is someone going to get coffee, and me implementing a shower thought I had of someone's day getting progressively worse. That is all it was, a mixture of one simple idea and a shower thought. So seeing that come to life, I mean, was I happy with the film? No. Did I remove it because I was really not that happy with the film? Yes. But, so this probably isn't the best example, but just having sort of that vision come to life of a little idea turned into a whole film is just amazing. It's so inspiring and just great. So this brings us to the last section. How are we doing on time? Pretty good. Okay, so the last section I want to talk about is advice, because you've come here, you've heard all the bad, some of the good. I can't go into more of the good. You just sort of have to be there and experience it, unfortunately, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. And now I've got to give you some advice, really, to help you really make this choice of whether you want to proceed or how you can improve and stuff like that. So 3 bits of advice now, because we're working in 3s. Keep making films even if no one is watching. You know, it's that simple. You're still learning, you're still having fun, you're still getting the enjoyment. Like I say, 29 subscribers, that's nothing. I could name 29 people. It's nothing in the grand scheme of things. No one is watching my films. But I'm still going because I'm getting a hell of a kick out of it, and it's really fun. And you should do the same. Even when I reach 100 subscribers or 100 views on a film, I'll still be saying no one is watching and keep going. And probably when I hit 1,000, and it'll never be, I wouldn't say it'll never be enough. It's more, I don't need a number. I don't need 50,000 people to watch a film. I don't need 1 million people to see one of my films. I don't need 5 people to see one of my films. Unless the crew is bigger than 5 people, then I do kind of need 5 people to see the film. But it's more, you should be doing this because you enjoy it. And yes, there is a whole element of wanting to spread a message. I've got a big thing about that. There is a message I want to spread, and I'll be working in that with this next feature film. But at the minute, at my stage anyway, it's not about spreading that message. That's when I'm better. It's all about making films, learning, even if no one is watching. So keep going. The next bit of advice, work with what you have. We've covered this so much throughout the video. Improv, fixing shit, just work with what you have. If you can do that, you're a pretty good filmmaker. And the last bit of advice, this is the biggest thing, the magnum opus of the video, the last bit, and this is dyspraxia. This is an opinion I hold incredibly strongly. I truly believe this deep down, and there is a chance that someone can change my mind. I'm not going to say no one can change my mind. I'm always open to listening to other people's opinions and ideas. But as of right now, as it stands, I truly believe that the people that make it in this industry, in indie filmmaking, in filmmaking as a whole, are the ones that have heard all the negatives and still want to do it. And by that, I mean you, as the viewer, have sat down and watched this entire, however long video, I'm guessing 15, 20 minutes. You've sat down, heard all the negatives, only a few positives, but mostly negatives. And you've sat through all of this and gone, I still want to make indie films. If you have thought that, if that is what you're thinking right now, then you're the type of person that I would want to work with. You're the type of person that's going to go far. You're the type of person whose films are going to do well eventually, as long as you keep going. It's that motivation that will keep you going. It's that motivation that will keep you alive. And it's just so inspiring to see anyone with that motivation, and it's so hard to find. It is incredibly hard to find. I could probably name 2 or 3 people that I know with that strong drive and motivation, and it sucks. It's hard to see, you know, all your other friends around you that are in filmmaking that don't have that motivation. It's not easy, but if you have that drive, consider me impressed, because it's hard, it's rare, and the fact that you still want to do it after all these negatives, you're still out there making films, that's beyond impressive. That's beyond anything I could put into words. You're just an amazing person, and this industry is right for you, in my opinion. So there it is. There's my take on the needed mentality of an indie filmmaker. If there's anything you disagree with, or anything you want me to expand upon, feel free to message my Instagram, linked in the description, or just leave a comment. Either way, I'll get back to you. Remember, if you're new here and you've learnt something, make sure to subscribe. If you haven't learnt something, or you felt like I've said the wrong thing, make sure to subscribe and wait a year for me to do 2 years of film experience, and then come back and say something completely different. You know, just basically subscribe. And thank you all for sitting down and watching this. I promised a video that wasn't a vlog this week because of everything going on, so here it is. Here's one of the many new video ideas, so expect some more content coming soon. I'm probably going to have some toast, watch a bit of TV and go to bed now, so see you later and goodbye.